Everybody doing? Good, good.
Splash Brothers off to doing Splash Brother things early in this season. How do you prioritize your defense tonight? I would think obviously physicality a big priority.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big priority. You just got to make it tough on them. I mean, they're going to touch the ball a ton. Ton of experience on this team, obviously, right? So make every catch tough, make every shot tough. Bring a level of physicality to the game, rebound the ball, all the things that we talk about. And, you give yourself a chance to win down the stretch.
You've talked about BI and Zion and the tandem they make. What do you think about their shot selections? And is it any different than last season, or is it just coming easier in the places they had success last season?
It's very similar to last season. We just didn't see a lot of them, a ton of them. We're continuing to work through getting the ball to Z in certain spots, getting the ball to BI in certain spots. But then the beauty in it is those two guys working together and some of our elbow action and pick and roll action. And, we believe that can make our offense even better.
They've got Chris Paul coming off the bench now for the first time in his career. They're plus 28, their reserves in the first 3 games. So how does that, I don't know, maybe put any type of pressure on your reserves to kind of try to keep pace while the starters out of the ball game?
No, the reserves are doing a fantastic job, like you said, Graf, led by Chris. And it's just one of those deals where you get in and you continue to play your style. You continue to execute your game plan over and over again. And once again, you got to make those guys be uncomfortable and make them take tough shots, limit them to one possession. They did a great job of offensive rebounding their last game. So that second unit is definitely a force for them.
Kind of a follow-up on Brandon and Zion in the pick and roll. They had one in the second quarter 2 nights ago where like the left side of the floor was cleared out and Brandon got a layup out of it. Was that like a scripted play? Was it them just kind of playing? I was just wondering if you had any insight on that one.
It's a part of our package. It's a clear side pick and roll with those two guys, and either one of them can handle and come into the pick and roll. And you just got space. You got shooters on the other side, and we'll continue to tweak it and go from there.
Steph Curry last night in the fourth quarter went crazy. I'm sure you've seen a lot of Curry flurries over the years.
Yeah.
How unique is that when he gets going?
Being a part of it at one point is special, and all the things that people see him do, he works at it. And he's just one of those guys that continues to push himself to be better and better. And when those moments come, tie game, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, fourth quarter, it's when he relishes those opportunities. And, tonight we hope he doesn't get any of them.
And you complimented JV these first 2 games on doing just some of the dirty work, but his usage has been a little down in those 2 games. What have you seen just him getting acclimated to this new offense and ways you can get him more involved on that?
Yeah, I mean, he'll continue to get involved as we progress. First game, I thought he was really good. You felt his presence, especially with our kind of second unit, CJ and JV with that second unit. They were pretty good. Last game, he got in foul trouble, so we just couldn't afford to keep him on the floor with 3 fouls in the first half. So JV's a pro. He comes in every day. He works at it. He watches film. We continue to find opportunities to get him space, but also when he's on the floor with Z, figuring out how to shoot the ball when you're open. In Memphis, he went 2 for 4 from 3. We want him taking some of those open threes when he has it.
And you talked about how you really want to get a good look at those Zion at the 5 lineups. Just what have you seen with those groups so far and some of the good things, some of the bad things?
We're faster. It's a lot more space for him. You try to put some shooting, some of our big wings on the floor to defend. But he's a matchup problem for teams when he's at the 5. Honestly, any position that he's in, he's a matchup problem. The biggest thing for us with those groups is to make sure that we're rebounding the ball. Our defense is solid, but we just don't want to give teams second and third opportunities to make plays.
Coach, you've talked about how you think you have one of the best duos in the NBA. Tonight,
Right.
One of the best duos in the history of the NBA. What makes you think Zion and BI are ready for this pressure? Do you think it's fair to them to throw something on like that, considering this is the first season they're going to really get to play with each other?
It's just me speaking speaking up on what I believe and what I see in those two. And, it takes work to become what I believe that they can become. But I believe in speaking about it. And both of those guys are great, really good, great basketball players. But the goal and key is to be better together. And that's what I want them to continue to work on. Look, we're playing against a good team. We're playing against an experienced team. Steph and Clay and Draymond and Chris, these guys have done it for years, and they know how to get on the floor and be productive. It's going to take us being disciplined, being sharp, and executing on both ends of the floor.
And to that point, guys that have done this for years in the league, this is their second back-to-back. You'll play the Knicks on a back-to-back. Message to the locker room, just you got to take care of these opportunities as they come to you, because nobody's going to show no mercy in the NBA.
No, you're right. They don't. Even though it's a back-to-back, you got to win the game. You got to go out and beat teams, and hopefully we can use our youth, our energy, and our speed tonight.
Coach, a lot of emphasis on ball movement and how well that's been in the last 2 games. I know spacing and pace of play is key, but on Saturday, just how much were turnovers, the lack of turnovers, key in what you guys were able to do, not only in transition, but in half-court offense as well?
It's extremely important for us to take care of the basketball. 13 turnovers is solid, and it allows you, to have more opportunities to score. It doesn't put as much pressure on your defense, and you're turning the ball over. Now you're getting back in transition, and they have too many opportunities. It's just hard to win like that. So solid effort on our guys' part. We're going to need to do it again tonight.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Okay, thank you.
Coach.